Hi everyone, this is Monsef Afkher, and thank you so much for joining us in this new call of Your Divine Uniqueness. Yeah, as always, happy to have you with us on the live call, and also happy to connect with you energetically with those who will be listening or watching the replay. And yeah, also really excited that Denise Ricard is back on the show. She's been joining us during the past few seasons, maybe a year or 2 years now, and how to say, like from the beginning, I was fascinated by her work and message, and how like she's able to help us to see the uniqueness, our own uniqueness, and align with our gifts, our blueprint, and align with our highest path using numerology. And really, I love her approach and how she explains the energetics of the numbers, and also how can we use them to receive guidance to for healing like old patterns. And yeah, so it's really fascinating subject and work that she is offering, and I'm really happy that she's back today. And for those of you who are new to her, she is a galactic numerologist, light language, sacred codes transmitter, divine channel, and intuitive soul path coach. And the subject today is unlocking the secrets of your personal numerology. So yeah, she will be sharing about that, and she will go deeper into the personal numerology, what it is, and how we can benefit from it, and how it can really help us to align with the path that our heart desires, and also with the awaken or activate our divine blueprints and much more. So yeah, it will be a powerful call, and also we'll have a Q&A later on the call. And for that, as always, if you are on the phone, you can raise your hand by pressing *9. If you are on Zoom, you can press reactions, then raise hand. And also you can type your questions on Zoom, Zoom chat box, or YouTube chat box as well. And yeah, and this time, so I'm asking maybe just one question per person, so we can allow as much as we can. And yeah, so with that, Denise, welcome back to the show. Happy to have you with us.
Thank you so much, Monsef. I'm so excited to be here. And thank you, everyone who's here, whether you're here live or you're tuning in at another time. And I love to share about numerology because it's a part, like every part of my life, every day, and it impacts me and guides me throughout my day. And my clients and people I talk to who use numbers, who utilize numbers in their life. And we're here today to unlock the secrets of personal numerology because we use our own personal numerology as guidance and energy. So we are connected to like the greater universal rhythm. So we'll talk about that connection as well, because everyone is divine, beautiful light and love component within this life and this embodiment. And then through our personality, it's our own uniqueness that is expressed to the world. And then due to all the lifetimes of like the human experience, some of that uniqueness, that truth gets covered over, and it expresses instead from what we're believing from the outer world, while the truth of who we are is always on the inside, but it might be hidden or suppressed. So where we come from, our cosmic origins or our connection, has a purpose that we chose in this lifetime. And the expression of that purpose is found from within. And our unique numerology is the tool that helps reveal all of that for us. It brings awareness to it. It's magical and it's divine. And the numbers are a part of the universe. They make up the sacred geometry of it. And we are all parts of the universe, that cosmic dust, so to speak, cosmic breadcrumbs. So it makes up our own sacred geometry. So that's my introduction.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. And yeah, like you mentioned, it's like numerology can really remind us of our unique frequency and blueprints. And maybe my question is like how it works, or how do you approach it when you are working with your clients?
Yeah, beautiful. And that is just such a perfect question for the like for a foundational understanding, because the numbers in numerology as well as the calculations, like through the birth date, the time, the name, they unlock and reveal an understanding of ourselves and our relationship and connection to others. So it helps in so many ways. And the greatest way is that we have direction and understanding as we journey through our life path. And numerology is ancient. The study came, like the current numerology that we're using now in this lifetime came through Pythagoras. And that was in like the 500s BC. And he knew about the use of numbers that actually helped free the human mind from control from the outer world. And he taught about the roles of numbers, the energy in their symbols, how it reflects both cosmic and personal patterns so that we can empower ourselves. So I always love like the concept that comes through all of the channelings that I do is everything is energy, and so are numbers. So that means numbers are energy, and energy is vibrational frequency, and it can be used for change and to harmonize our experience in life for our mental mind, for our physical body, and for our feeling side of life and our spiritual self as well. So I've been on the show before, and there are a lot of questions about the different types of calculations. So what I'm going to do, because they all mean something different and special. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to go through these different calculations. And hold on one second. Let me get myself set up here. And hold on. Here we go. And so if you know a lot about numerology and you already know about these calculations, I'm just going to have you to follow along, because there's going to be something new in it for you, because there's always I'm always channeling, and there's always higher consciousness coming through. So it may spark something for you. So I'm going to bring up slides because it's easier than me just talking. Okay, so personal numerology. And can you see all the
Yeah,
stuff?
yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay, good. So personal numerology reveals our inner desires, our motivations, and our paths in life. So there's a couple different ways to look at personal numerology, either through the birth date calculation, so you're using the numbers of your birth date and the time, and then your name calculation. So so the first big, like the main one is called a life path number, and it's also called a ruling number, because it's really the overall roadmap for our lives. And you add up the month, the day, and the year, and then you reduce it to a single number, which is going to be 1 through 9. And then there are also master numbers. So somebody's numbers may add up to an 11 or a 22 as well. And then those master numbers are numbers, the master numbers themselves. And then there's also the single digit that is a part of that influences the life path. So the life path number indicates personality, strengths, and your overall life purpose and what you're here to do. And so in galactic numerology, we call this the cosmic soul path mastery number. So it's still the same thing. It's adding up the life path number is a traditional numerology of adding up the month, the day, the year. And then galactic numerology, it's the cosmic soul path, just because the numbers have a different frequency and energy to them. So that's the main calculation. And then the day number, there's other numbers, but I'm just going to bring a few in here. And the day number is the number you were born, and it gives insight into how you express in the world. So it's funny because my day is the 19th, and I've always been about magic and alchemy and Saint Germain and Merlin and all of that. And 19 it's a magical number. It's in galactic numerology. It is alchemy, and it's just a very magical number. So for me, it really resonates. So maybe there's something that is even coming through for you now about your particular number and why that number may show up for you, or you're sparked by it like every month when that number comes up, or that you see that number a lot. So something to just spark right now. And then in personal numerology, there's the birth date, and then the name. So the numbers are the letters of the name have a number energy. So I showed you this chart here. You can find these charts anywhere. And the numbers are calculated into relation to your birth name. And I've done these calculations for people, and they've said, what about my married name or whatever? You could do it however you want, yet your main name, your at least your first name, your birth name, is the name that you came in with. So that shows a particular energy. Now, I also have clients who have changed their names from their birth certificate, and so they're just feeling more resonance to what the numerology is, what's coming through for them, and that's perfectly fine as well. So there's really the only rules are universal. So I just kind of like, if there's somebody that says, well, you can't do it this way, you have to, I'm always like, well, you really have to tap in and see what your own energy and your intuition is telling you. So anyways, the number calculation for your name brings awareness and direction about how you're going to express, like your personality is going to express, and how you're going to do it. So in the date calculation, it's like what you're here to do. And then in the name calculation, it's like how you're going to go about doing that. And then if you think about it, your name it's your name is a song, because really these are like, there's musical notes to numbers, there's colors, there's so many dimensions to numbers. There's the traditional numerology, there's like the angel numbers, there's galactic numerology. So there's these different dimensions and frequencies of numbers. And so really your name is a vibrational frequency that calls you to attention. It's when somebody says your name, it's really it's really a deep nourishment. That's why if you don't feel real comfortable with your name, if you feel to change it, then again, that's something you might want to just tap into a little bit more. So that's the name calculation. Now, also within the name, or yes, within your name, you look at your name, and then there's the number for the name. And then the destiny number is the number that is calculated by adding up all the letters in your name. So it's just like, and that would be, for the most part, you can, like, if you want to know what your destiny number is in traditional numerology, it's using your birth name, like how it appeared on your birth certificate. And again, if you change that or you don't feel in resonance with it, then you look at it from the new perspective. And your destiny number reveals your key traits and your characteristics of your destiny and of your path. And then there's the soul urge, or also called the heart's desire. And the soul urge is you would have your name and the numbers, and you would add up the vowels in your name. And this shows what you're passionate about, very feminine and very feeling energy, that the vowels are the feminine, and yet they also they produce a very flowing sound in your name. And then the outer expression number is calculated by adding up the consonants in your name. And then this is how you express to the world from your human element. So, and really that's really kind of the human element being kind of that outer expression of of what your belief systems are, more from kind of an outer world perspective. And and then there are 9-year cycles within numerology. So here in 2024, we are in an 8-year, because you add up the 2 plus the 0 plus the 2 plus the 4. And so we're going into 2025 as a 9-year cycle. And there's more about that. We'll talk about that. It's called a universal year. And we'll talk about that a little bit more later. And then, so your birth date calculations give you the basic understanding of your path. And then they can be applied to life cycle. So these cycles within numerology are a universal energy, and then you use that universal energy by weaving in your own personal numerology calculations. And so two of those would be a personal year, where you would take the universal year of like 8 for 2024, and then personal month. So what you're doing is you're utilizing that foundational energy with what you bring to the table with your own personal numerology. So, hold on 1 second. Okay. So it's calculated, the personal year and personal month are calculated in the 9-year cycles. And in the cycles of growth and transition are different for every personal year and for the months, because those energies, those universal energies, are the backdrop of the year. And these are important calculations because each year provides a specific energy. And then when it gets calculated together with your own personal numbers, it's a very specific map for the year. And so it's guidance. It, for our growth and evolution, helps us understand shifts and changes that are going on. And that's really what we started out with, is that it's a roadmap. Like, to have like astrology is a roadmap, and astrology and numerology work hand in hand, because in astrology, there's also like the planets are at a certain degree. And so you can look at those degrees and what a house in astrology represents and the numerology of it. So there's so many, and it's not meant to be used as, like if there's going to be, and I'm not an astrologist, but I do know some of astrology. I know my own astrology, but if there is going to be, a certain conjunction or something, and it can have, like it can really stir things up, let's just say, then rather than it being something to be feared and putting on the brakes and all that stuff, it's more like you can look at the guidance from what is your best path for these energies that are coming through. So it's a great way to support choices, to keep you on path. And then they present an opportunity for a good flowing plan through your lives with the personal year and the personal month. So the personal year, as I said, like with 2024, 2025 is a 9 universal year. And then what you do is you take the universal year and then you take the month and the day you were born and reduce it down to a single digit. And then you add it to the universal year. So for example, my birthday is 2/19. So the month is 2, the day is 19. That equals 21. 2 plus 1 is 3. And then for 2025, my personal year for the entire year is a 3 because I took the 3, and then the 9 universal year, which is 12, and then 1 plus 2 is 3. So I know I'm kind of bowling through this, but if you have questions, raise your hand or write them in the chat. Now, the personal month is adding your personal year to the universal month. So the universal month is January is 1, February is 2, March is 3, and then when you get into the double digits, October is going to be a 1, November is going to be a 2, and December is going to be a 3 because it's reduced to the single digit. And then you take your personal year, like for me, this 3, and then whatever month I'm looking at, like, so I'm looking at December here. And so for me in 2025, for December, I'm in the 6 energy. So the 6 personal month for December 2025 in this example for me, for my birthday. So we talk about sacred geometry and the energetic blueprint of numbers because numbers are they're everywhere. I mean, we know about the Fibonacci spiral and we know about different calculations of like the pyramids and then their relationship to the stars and then everything like we were talking about like the degrees of where the moon is or where a star is passing through a particular house in astrology. So it's related to everything, and we all have a divine blueprint. Our divine blueprint is made up of energy and numbers and colors and it's basically what we are using to spark our evolution. So the divine blueprint is the truth of who we are, and as we're energy in these bodies, so in human form, our divine blueprint resides within, and then in our human experience in our life, we are like our goal is to remember and to really connect in oneness to that. And so I'm just going to give an example here because it's coming up. They want me to give this example. So a couple days ago, I had pulled a card in my galactic numerology deck, which is 0 through 44 are the cards, and they all have, their energy, their specific energy. And I pulled 11, which is oneness. So this was the beginning of the day as and I pulled another card, but the 11's coming up now because the 11 in oneness was sparking something for me for that day to remember. Like there, I knew there was going to be something in my day that was reminding me, remember, you're not that your human self, you are your divine self in your human body. And so the reminder kept coming because I was out driving and on 2 different license plates, I saw 1111. And then as I was turning around in my car somewhere like on the road, I had to stop and there was a house there in the address was 1111. I mean, you can't make this up. This is the magic because for me and for people who love numerology, we look for it, right? We don't even have to look hard. It just shows up once we are using it, we're utilizing it. So our personal numbers align us with our unique blueprint and open channels to our higher self. And personal numbers reflect and connect to the universal patterns of the cosmos. I just talked about that. And the power of numerology is really to bridge the understanding of our interconnectedness with ourselves, our divine selves, and with all beings and all energies. Um, and there's like if you look at this is what's just popping in. So it's because they're channeling. So they're just showing me the rose and like the rose has a certain amount of petals and when it opens up there's just sacred geometry of the rose, and so within the rose itself there is a numerology and it's the energy of it. It's the energy of the rose. So you might not look at a rose and see a bunch of numbers, but there is that connectedness to everything and everything in the universe within ourselves. And there's something called numerical resonance which connects our personal numbers, harmonizing us with the vibration of the universe. So in our numerology, that is, are we utilizing the birthday that we chose? Because you choose to come in to the earth at a certain time. And there's and then in astrology, right, there's the ascending, the planet that was ascending in a certain house at that time we were born. And so that's why it's a roadmap for us. And it's a way for us to be in that numerical resonance through our personal numbers, and it helps us connect and harmonize with everything everywhere in oneness. So, oh gosh, I'm so excited. Integrating numerology into daily life. Okay. A couple, I wrote down a couple things because people ask that question and you asked that question too, Mansaf. So you can observe and interpret numbers that show up consistently in your daily life. You can either look them up in a numerology book or angel numbers or galactic numerology, whatever it is, but bringing that in because if it's showing up, it wants you to tap into the energy of it. And then repeating numbers. I see repeating numbers like so many times in my day, and it's so fun. I see it on the clock. I see it on license plates. I see it like it shows up on my receipts. And they're really like nudges. Like take a minute when you get these repeating numbers and just see what message is coming through from you for you through the numbers. And you might just even tap in and ask what it means, or you may want to look it up. And then like looking at times on the clock or street addresses or prices, whatever. There's just these different things that are going to start sparking for you once you decide that you want to have this awareness of your numerology, your personal numerology, and it becomes very magical. And I'm going to tell you a story in a minute here that just happened today to me. So suggestions, meditation, journaling, setting intentions, using specific personal numbers, getting your personal numerology reading, like your personal year, writing down numbers, seeing if there's any consistency coming through. And then you can have like a numerology diary to track your patterns and messages. And it's fun to look through that and see how you're having a progression or tapping into, like if you're doing your monthly numerology, tapping into what you're seeing as how you're progressing through your life. So open for questions. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to tell you guys a story today that happened to me today. So, and this is very personal. And I have decks of cards for my clients and for galactic numerology, and I have another deck called the expansion deck. So it helps expand on what's come through for you if you do a draw for yourself. So this morning, and I have multiples of my deck. This morning I pulled 36, which is freedom, and I pulled 21, which is soar, and then I pulled as above. Now, the synchronicity of this is that just previously in my meditation, I've been, and this is why I'm saying this is very personal. I've been, and we're all working on releasing like it's like the most hardened stuff is asking to be removed and released. And so there's something that came in for me that I said, that's it. I'm not going to, that belief system is not my truth. It's coming from a past lifetime. It's coming from the outer world. It keeps showing up, this kind of this same belief. And I said, I am ready to be free of it. I'm just ready to be done. And thank you, because I was talking to my higher self, my guides. And then that was my meditation. Then I pull the freedom card, the soar card, and the as above card. And then as I'm going about my morning, I had an appointment. So I'm in my car and I'm driving to my appointment, and an eagle flies. Like I was driving by a lake and the eagle is in the area. I don't see him very often, but he flew right up to the road and right around to me and then did a turn and went back out. So I was in tears. I was in tears because that, like, oh, I'm getting chills now too. The numerology, the freedom, the soar, as above, the eagle was above and showing me, because eagles in themselves are magic and a message for me. I'm very connected to all of nature, and so I thanked that beautiful eagle, and I thank my higher self and my guides, because that showed me that what I was asking to be released was indeed released. So how synchronistic that all happened to me today, and I'm on this show. I love it. I love it. So I am ready to answer questions, and there's a lot of people on, and then we've got, like Monsaf said, we've got people who might be putting something in the chat. So and we've got about another 25 minutes here. And so if you have one question, or you want to make a comment about something that came through or something new, I'd love to learn what came through, how it sparked for you. Yeah, and sometimes when other people ask questions as well, it might spark something for you. So thank you
Yeah,
for listening. Yeah.
beautiful. Thank you so much, Denise.
Yeah.
And the first question is from Trisco from on YouTube. Does the personal numerology change if a person goes through a soul walk-in?
Through a what?
A soul walk-in. It's like, from my understanding, it's like shift of the same body, but shift of the souls.
Oh, a walk-in.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm just tapping into that because that question needs to be answered by the soul that walks in. So it's very personal. So there's no rule to that, is what they're telling me. So if the soul that walks in wants to utilize the numerology of the walk-in date, then that, if that resonates more with them, that's what I'm getting. So it's up to the soul that comes in to either take the numerology of the body that they're walking into, or to take the date of when they walked in.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah,
Denise.
that's a great question. That's a
Yeah.
great question. I didn't know the answer. I just channeled that answer.
Yeah.
So thank you for asking that. Yeah, I learn a lot.
Yeah. Thank you, Trisco. And let's see. Tanya, can you please unmute yourself?
Are you still there, Tanya?
Yes, I am. I
Hi,
am. Sorry, it took
hi,
me a
Tanya.
while.
I
Hello,
recognize.
everyone.
Hi.
Hello. Well, I was interested in numerology in my, I think, 20s a lot. So I calculated everything, whatever I could calculate. But like in my name in Ukrainian spells completely different. And because we have Cyrillic, and so it will be completely different number. And also, I read that if you get married and then you take the name of your husband, it also changes because then you have new number. Or is it like destiny? You calculate only the name that was given to you and in the language you spoke then, or how do we do it?
Okay, those are great questions. And what my higher self is always reminding me is that it's all very personal, just like the walk-in question. So let's just tap in for you, Tanya. And
Mhm.
when you, ooh, okay, chills, chills, chills. Your higher self is here. Uh, so when you ask that first question about do you use the name in the way it's spelled in your birth name,
Ukrainian, yeah, Cyrillic, yeah.
Ukrainian? Yes.
Mm.
So when you like put your hand on your heart,
Yeah.
and does that feel resonant to you to use your Ukrainian name to do your calculation?
Ah, yes. Well, I use a body language like
Yes.
pulling. So it said yes.
Yes, yes, perfect, perfect. And that
Okay.
makes sense. That makes sense because, for you, because you're bringing that forward and that's that like that you were born in Ukraine
Mm.
and and like English might be your second language.
Yeah.
Uh, it may be spelled differently. So I love that. That's perfect. So for that you use that. And then what was your other question, Tanya?
No, also I read that if you when you get married
Yeah.
and like I changed my surname to my husband's surname,
Yes.
how does it impact? So then I take on myself a part of his destiny, or how it works?
Ah, right. I see what you're saying. Yes, yes, yes. So here's the answer. How does it make you feel to use your numerology with your married name and to be connected to his family lineage, his destiny? Does that resonate with you, or does it resonate more for you to use your birth name?
Well, when I asked if I take my husband's destiny, it said no. But when I asked should I change to my maiden name, it said yes. So now I have a dilemma. So I probably
Okay.
need to change my
Oh,
name.
oh no, no, no. So you don't have to change your name back. You would just use the numerology of
Mm-hmm.
your you just use your numerology of your birth name, but it
On
doesn't
my
mean
birth for it.
yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't mean that you have to change your name.
Mm.
And you might what's coming through now too, I've never heard this before either, is if you want to just find out the calculation of your married name as well, that can give you some information about how to deal with that side of the family,
Mm-hmm.
uh, some guidance for that. So, but for your overall, your path and all of that, yeah, you answered the question. We held the space here, and so again, it's very personal for everyone.
Mm.
Yet you got your answer. So thank you
Okay.
for bringing that. Yeah, thanks for bringing
Thank
that in.
you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah.
Mansef.
awesome.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Tanya. And yeah, thank you, Denise.
Ah.
And a question from Kate. My life path is 9, and I was born on 9/22. Can you talk about being born on the 22nd? Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Maybe you're wanting to know about what the number 22 is in galactic numerology, and that is explore. So your like the number 22 is like do you uh are you an explorer? Or are you holding yourself back from exploring either the deeper meaning of a relationship? This is just what's coming through, and I know we're doing this through the chat, um, and yet this is what's wanting to come through is that to really utilize your day number, which is about exploring the deeper meaning, more exploration of other opportunities is what's coming through right now in your life. And so maybe not being so set in that this is the way it is. And yeah, so that's what's coming through for you. So thank you for asking. And then you're also born in the 9th month, and then we're going to be in the universal year of the 9, and 9 is evolution. So and I've mentioned this, like, I think I've mentioned this when I've been on before, but my daughter is she's a true evolutionist. So she works in she went to college or university to really work in cities to make sure that there is balance in cities, and things aren't being done the same way that they've been done. Like if people are getting kicked out of their houses or taxes are being raised or whatever, like she is all about how, like, rejuvenating the way that cities are run. She was born on 4/4/1999. So the 4 plus 4 plus the 1 of the 1999. So the 4 plus 4 plus the 1 is a 9. And then that's 4 nines, and 4 nines is 36, and 3 and 6 is 9. So she's got 9. She's got evolution like so sparking and so strong that all she needs to do is go for it, and she is completely supported by that. Yeah, yeah. So that hope. So yeah, I'd love to know if there's something that came through for you. I'd like some feedback since we're on chat at some point. All right.
Yeah,
And
Kate, you can type it on the chat box. And yeah, thank you, Denise. Maybe
thank you.
one more question from Vaibhavi. Can you please unmute yourself?
Hello, can you hear me?
I
Yes.
can. We can. Yes. Yes. Hi.
That's great. Thank you, Denise, for such a beautiful presentation. My question is, I have two names, my birth name, Vaibhavi, and my spiritual name, Jasmine. So some people call me Vaibhavi, some people call me Jasmine. So I was wondering, do I have like two destiny, like blueprint, as you were saying, like with our name comes our blueprint. Do I have two blueprints, two destinies? How do I combine these two names? Should I like combine my name, or should I just choose one name over the other one? So a little bit of confusion there. How should I
Yeah,
use my name?
I love that. I love that you asked that, and you kind of answered your question in a way. So what I first saw when you said that was I saw like just like that there's this complement to it, to each one. Each name is significant for you. So because your spiritual name is your spiritual path. And so you can do the numerology of your you can have the numerology all set up of your full name, and then you of your birth name, and then you can take your spiritual name. Do you have just the first name spiritual name, or did
Right,
you
and
or do you
just the
have
first name.
okay? So
And that
then,
is given by my spiritual master.
okay. So then you can layer that. So you would just take the numerology of Yasmin, or Jasmine, however you say it, and just do the numerology of that. And then they're just showing me like it's like it's a great influence for you. So you could add it in. So I guess, yeah, that would be adding in, uh first of all, they're saying do the calculation first to have your birth information, and then use your birth name and your spiritual name together, and then use your spiritual name in your last. So do all three of them, and then see, well, there's a couple things you can do here. You could see which uh while you're on your spiritual path, which path you want to follow, but it all influences your path. So you can go back and reference, because again, um, it's a roadmap for us, right? And if you have even if you not only have your backpack of your birth name, but you have a walking stick of your spiritual name, like you've got more tools, you've got more layers, you've got more dimensions in the numerology to help you. So how does that, and do you resonate? You said the name was given to you, and do you resonate with that, Yasmin?
I do resonate with my name, and I can see that my life has changed after I got my spiritual name. But I'm a little bit confused. I don't think I'm clearly understanding what you're saying. Like, do I use my birth name for some time or for some purposes, and then my spiritual name for other things? Or
Oh, I
like
see.
I always combine my name. If you can see it on my
Yeah.
screen, I write my name like that. So is it okay if I use my birth name and spiritual name together? I don't know how that affect my destiny. And also my other question related to this is that I find it very difficult to change my career into coaching and as a healer. Is it because of my name? Is there some relation going on with my name and my difficulty in stepping into the new career?
Hmm.
I don't know. It's
Okay,
just curious.
yes, so I would do the numerology of your birth name, and you've got that. And then you could do the numerology of your birth name with your spiritual name in it. So you could do the whole, so you're doing two different numerologies. And then you can do the numerology of just Jasmine in your last name, and then see which one resonates with you.
Okay.
Um, you came in with the name, but many people change their names, and some people I know, they use their spiritual name for their numerology, their astrology, and all that. So for you, it would be like to see what you've got, get your numerology done, and then see what resonates with you.
Okay.
Because again, there's no rules. Every one of us is unique and different, and you're just gonna know. You're gonna know. Like you just told us, your life has gotten better since you have been using your spiritual name. Do you use your spiritual name? Do people call you that in your life, Jasmine?
Most people call me Jasmine. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So you may have shifted over into that, and yeah. Yeah, beautiful. And then just see how when you kind of focus on that, um, and then when I say they, the spirit guides, your higher self, is to not look at what's blocking your path, that like you want to make a career change, but what, like what you can in your numerology, what's stepping forward and giving you tools to use to make your decision, because maybe there's not enough clarity and you need to be more clear. So So there's a lot of things that go into, shifting relationships, shifting careers. There's a lot that goes into that. So it's always good to be clear. Okay. I think that message is for
Right.
all of us, especially in 2025. Yeah. Thank you for
Right.
that beautiful
Thank you.
question. Those questions. Yeah.
Thank you, Denise. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yes. You're welcome. Thanks.
Thank you, Vaibhavi, Jasmine. And yeah, thank you, Denise, for the answer. And we have a feedback from Kate. Yes, that fits. I've been traveling since I've been 13 and have been more inwardly exploring, wanting to actually grow more roots in one place for the next few years.
Ah, beautiful. I love that. That's so synchronistic. I love it. Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you. Thanks,
Beautiful.
Kate. Yeah.
Thank you, Kate. And yeah, so also, Denise, I would love if we can take some time to talk about, because there is a group transmission coming on December 9th,
Yeah.
and it is a 9 universal year transmission. It will be live, and there will be also a recording provided, and also we are offering in the second package, in addition to the transmission, 45 minutes one-on-one higher self reading session. So I invite everyone to visit the page yourdivineuniqueness.com /Denise, yourdivineuniqueness.com /Denise, DENISE. Or you can click on the special offer button, which is on the live events page, later on the replay page. The link also on YouTube video description and the chat boxes on Zoom and YouTube. So yeah, Denise, I would love if you can tell us about these two packages.
Yes. So on December 9th at 9 a.m. my time. And we've got the link in there to look up your own time. But that's how we set the space. We're going to do this group transmission because it's so fun to have the group energy. And 2025 is the universal year of 9. And so what we're going to be doing is attuning to the 9 energy for how it is for you personally, connected to the universal year of 9. So we're also going to be kind of clearing the space and releasing things, and it's going to be a light language transmission and channeling and that type of thing. But really, it's to show up and to receive the energies that help set the foundation of the universal year of a 9. So then when you've got that foundation set and that energy set within you, like if you decide to do your personal year numerology, then that just melds in together with it. So it's a way to kind of just clear the space and clear the path and set the road ahead for 2025. And then the higher self offering is, and I thought about doing the personal year, but I picked the higher self because that's something you would do first, unless you really know. But it's really about clarity. So in the higher self reading, we're going to get clear about what you don't want to repeat in 2025 and what you want to set for an intention. We're going to really focus on a specific intention for 2025. And then there may be, a particular date you want me to tap into or a number. So we can do that as well. But really, it's about being clear, clearly knowing what your soul path is, what your purpose is, and honing in on that. And then once you know that, then your personal numerology makes a lot more sense, and it just works in tandem with that. So yeah. So come on along. Make an appointment with me if you're feeling excited about your path. And please come to the universal year. It's such a powerful transmission. All of them are. It's galactic numerology. There's a whole council of light, our guides, angels, cosmic beings. Yeah, it's wonderful. And it's just and if you've not experienced a numerology type of energy transmission, then it's a great way to experience that. So yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah, beautiful. And Vaibhavi, Sharat, would you be also doing our personal chart for one-on-one reading during the one-on-one session?
That would be a different, the chart is there, that could be that could be a couple hours because there's so many different things. So I definitely do that type of thing. I do your numerology charts. This is going to be honing in, the higher self reading is going to be honing in on what your purpose is, being clear about that. And then, no, it's not going to be a whole chart. It's just going to be maybe tapping into a particular number, or maybe some dates in 2025, that maybe you're picking a wedding date or something like that. So, but it's really more about clarity. So, yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much, Denise, again for offering your work, your support to our audience through the group transmission or the one-on-one session. So yeah, always feel honored to share your work with here on the show. And again, everyone, I invite you to sign up to one of the two packages on the page yourdivineuniqueness.com/Denise, yourdivineuniqueness.com/Denise, DENISE. Or you can click on the special offer button, which is on the live events page, later on the replay page. The link also on YouTube video description and the chat boxes on Zoom and YouTube. And yeah, so thank you.
I know
again.
we have to wrap it up, but there's one person who has had their hand up the whole time, and there's a phone number there. So I'll take one more, and then I gotta hop off. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can you please unmute yourself?
Area code 610. Yeah.
Thank you, Mahana. Thank you, Denise.
Yes.
I guess Spirit wants me to know something today.
Okay.
I'm just, how do I don't even know what I'm going to ask. Okay. I was born on 3/26. Now, I have turned 70 this year. This year has been like just dramatic changes, but they're happening so fast. And I'm just curious why all of a sudden at 70, everything is just coming to manifest. I mean, what I think happens, all my gifts have been just coming to manifest. But I want to know specifically, though, since I was born on the 26th of the month, what does that mean?
Well, the first thing that came was, so 3/26, so that's 23, 26, that's 29. And then the 8 year of 2024, 9 and 8 is 17. So 17 is truth. So you're really like you're uncovering the truth of you. If all your like spiritual gifts are showing up, you're really tapped into the truth of you. 26 is compassion, 3 is flow. And then the 1 and the 7 of the 17 is 8 of clarity. So it's like all the work that you've been doing, and it doesn't necessarily have to do with how many years you've had on the earth, but you have come into numerical resonance with your gifts and the truth of who you are. So that's beautiful. That's beautiful. And how exciting is that, right? Your life is like, woohoo!
Yes, it's changing. I mean, it's just like stuff I've thought of is happening. I'm going, okay, what are you trying to tell me now? But thank you for that. I mean, I guess they wanted me to know really what was going on this year. And I think next year will be more of a whirlwind than this year.
Well, so here's the thing. So 17 is truth. So that's where I did the personal year calculation for you. It adds up to 17 truth or 8 of clarity. And then so just keep tapping into like your truth is showing up for you. Who you are, who you truly are. Next year with 2025, it's going to be 18, right? Because it's going to be a 9 year. 18 is trust. 18 is trust. So you like just trust what's coming. And then it's the 1 and the
Okay.
8 is 9. So you're going to be in an evolution in an evolutionary year at the end of the 9-year cycle as well. So so strap in,
Whoa.
sister, strap in and enjoy the ride.
Oh
Because
my
if you
goodness. All my dreams are going to come true.
Because if you, yes, fulfillment, 2025 is about fulfillment. There's so much divine feminine energy. Yes, yes.
Oh my God.
And the 26 and the 3, that's 29, that's passion. That's passion. In galactic numerology, it's passion.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
holy mackerel. I'm really on a roll now.
Oh my
Oh my
gosh,
God.
that's beautiful, beautiful.
Oh,
What's your
such a
first name?
beautiful person. Oh
What's
my
your
goodness.
What's your first
It
name?
made my whole day. You don't understand. I mean, today was just a lot's going to be happening this week. I'm like, how am I supposed to do all of this? And yet it was like they just said, hey, now calm down. It's all going to work out. And here we go on our ride. Oh my goodness. What a
Beautiful.
joy. Oh my
What is your
goodness.
name? What is your name?
My name is Susan. So
Susan,
you
thank
said,
you. Yeah.
thank you. So even there, I'm a 5. So I've been seeing a lot of 5s. I don't know why, but it's been
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I'm a 5 also. That's my
Are
cousin.
you?
Yeah.
See? 5's
And
got
that's
to stick.
awaken. That's awaken. 5 is awaken. Awakening gifts in ourselves and others. So awaken. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I gotta
That's
get
really
I gotta get this galactic numerology deck. Like my clients all get the deck, when they join my program, but I'm working on getting it up there because people keep asking me. Now I do have this other deck, you can't really see it, which is the expansion deck. So when you pull cards, you get these other cards. Like I got that as above card, and then the eagle flew over my head about freedom and
right.
soar and answering all my questions. So I'm working on that. People keep asking me, I'm working on it. You could technically get it. If you want it, I could there's just no book or anything to go because it's all part of my program. So, but anyways, nice chatting with you. I've got to go. And
You
I'm
much
thank you for bringing your
appreciate it.
joy. Thanks.
Thank you. And thank you, Monisette.
Yeah. Thank you, Sue.
And lots of love to you. Thank you
That's
very
right.
much. It just made while we're here in America, we have Thanksgiving. You've just made it for me. Thank you. Thank you
Happy
for
Thanksgiving.
Oh,
I much
beautiful, beautiful.
appreciate it. Thank you,
Yeah,
both of you. And well, if she lives in the States, it's Thanksgiving on Thursday. So
yes. You know what?
I mean,
Yeah.
the best you could have ever given me is right now. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Oh my gosh. Well, you're so welcome. And I have to tell you, I just sent out to my list, I sent out a Thanksgiving email. And if you want to get that, just go to my website and put in your email address and I'll send that to you because it's such a great, I channel everything, but it's such a great email, but it ties into the beginnings and really how the United States is set up. I mean, this is Saint Germain's domain. And it is set up as the heart of the world. And George Washington and that original group was a part of that. So, yeah.
And I saw Saint Germain yesterday.
Ugh.
He comes to me. That's part of my gift. But he appeared right in front of me, and I went, I think you're Saint Germain because I see the purple. And see, he was already letting me know what was going to. Hey, get on the run.
Yeah, we are so connected, and I'm just getting so many chills right now because we're so connected. And he's like, "Yep, I'm here too. I'm here with you." He's always here with me. Yeah. Lady Portia.
He's always around me. So he bugs me a lot. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
If you are here in the States, happy Thanksgiving. And to everybody else on the call, if you're here in the States, happy Thanksgiving and have a blessed one.
Thank you, Susan, and to you as well. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody and to you, to everyone.
Thank you. I have tears of joy. It felt so good.
Guess what? 12 is the month of joy. 12 is joy in galactic numerology. We're heading into December, and it's a month of joy. Yeah, there's a lot.
Wow. It's going to be a wonderful ending to a year, let me tell you.
Yes.
You just made it.
Beautiful.
Thank you, and blessings, many blessings, and lots of love.
Thank you.
Galactic love. because we are probably galactic star beings too together.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. All
Yeah.
right.
Thank you,
And
Sue.
thank you, Monistet, and lots
you.
of love. I really
Lots of love.
appreciate everything you do for me.
Thank you.
I really do. I give you so much credit. You won't even, I can't even explain the thankfulness I have.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Sending
Okay.
much love. And also thank you very much, Denise, for the guidance and for everything you shared with us today. It was really inspiring call. Thank you for the support you shared with our audience, our live callers. And yeah, also everyone, I invite you to sign up for one of the packages that Denise is offering to us. And the link again is yourdivineuniqueness.com/Denise, yourdivineuniqueness.com/Denise, DENISE. Or you can click on the special offer button, which is on the live event page, later on the replay page. The link also on YouTube video description and the chat boxes on Zoom and YouTube. And yeah, so with that, everyone, I'm sending you so much love, and I will see you on the next call. Bye.
Thank you so much, Mansaf. Thank you, everyone. This has been such joy, and I can't wait to come back in 2025 with all new energies. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you,
All
Denise.
right. Bye for now, everyone.